know, it means a lot to me. You know, growing up, my mama always had me in community service. She always had me, you know, doing the helping hand. You know, around Christmas, we always went to go feed the homeless or did towards the top, and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just something that's in me. You know, just something that my mama built in me at a young age. So, it means a lot to me to win something like that.
Nakobe, we've heard this theme of going to the doctor on Monday, getting things fixed up. What can you fix up after a shutout?
We watched the film. I guarantee you, there's a lot of things that we could have done better. You know, there's a lot of plays that we wish we had. Which we had back and we could have executed at a higher level. So, you know, it's always something that we can improve at and get better at.
What does Jalen Carter bring this team? How's he maybe different from some of the other defensive linemen you have?
You know, Jalen, you know, the D-line is crazy. You know, the whole D-line is crazy. You know, I respect them much, you know, a lot because, you know, they take pride in what they do. Definitely when they eat up blocks for, you know, free up linebackers and everything. So, him specifically, you know, I love how he continue to work and get better under guys like JT and Vontae and them. You know, how he continues to listen and continue to hone in on his game.
You know, you were sort of similar in the sense that you're playing a lot, especially early on, but you're not necessarily starting.
Right.
Now that you are a starter, how did those early reps, when you were sort of still working on guys like Mike Rice, for example, sort of help you as you now progress?
You know, it makes you more comfortable. You know, it makes you you get a little better feel for the game. You know, you get less jittery out there. So I feel like other than that, you get more experience under your belt. You know, you get more probably have more. I wouldn't say pressure, but more responsibility on yourself to get guys right, who like the younger guys and everything who might not know what they're doing.
Kirby just told us that this is not the same Arkansas team you guys faced other than last season. As you, from your film study, what do you see that jumps that that's different about Arkansas?
They are not the same Arkansas team that we faced off. They are definitely way more physical, you know, and it's the games that we at Georgia we look for. You know, them games that we can be physical, and we pride ourselves on our toughness and physicality. So I'm sure everybody on the team would be excited for a game like this. I know I am.
Nakobe, we've heard Kirby give this charge to fans to come out early. You know, what's the atmosphere like for players? You know, with an early kickoff, and do you have anything to say to the fans?
Let's see. What's the atmosphere like for an early kickoff? I feel like as a team we ready. You know, we just had an early kickoff, so it's not like we'll be new to it. We're gonna prepare. We're gonna practice hard throughout the week. You know, the coaches have us practice like we're finna play for a national championship every week, no matter who we playing. So, and for the fans, you know, just like Coach Smart said, I'm basically gonna challenge them to get out there. You know, be loud. You know, be electric, be elite. Just like we try to push to be. So that's about it.
I guess from the pregame perspective, what's different about a noon kickoff versus a midday or a night kickoff? Early pregame meal. Do you feel anything different? Kind of rolling out of bed and getting right into it.
Me personally, no, not really. It's the time. That's about the only thing different. And it's probably the sun gonna be up the whole time you play. That's about the only two biggest things that it is for me. Other than that, I feel like I go in there and I prepare the same way, and everything, you gotta go sleep early, everything is fast and sped up, but when you look at it, they're all really the same.
I believe Matt Lee was still the Ole Miss head coach when you were being recruited. What were your impressions of him as a recruiter, as a coach at that point in time, and then now playing with him? How does that connection strengthen?
The emotion he put into how passionate he was about coaching and what he believed in, and he's the same way now as a coach. He's very passionate with the O-line and everything. So I feel like that's the biggest thing that I can take from Coach Luke.
Do you spend any time at the start of the week looking at national defensive stats? Is there talk among you guys, pride factor about where you right now number one?
I I know our coaches. Me personally, I don't look at it because I know our coaches don't reiterate to us. But we do push for being elite. You know, being like elite defense. We don't try to compare ourselves to other defenses from even this year, last year. We try to compare ourselves to elite defenses over the past 5 decades. You know, we try to compare ourselves. We try to compare ourselves to teams way back to the most elite defense that ever were in the NFL and college. So we kind of use that as our measuring stick.
Y'all still look at a havoc rate, Nakobe?
Yes,
remember?
yes, sir. Definitely.
So numbers and everything, y'all still go over all that?
We definitely. Every week, turnovers and everything.
Okay, but what do you make of how fast Arkansas has kind of gotten to this point where this is a top 10 matchup? You know, they have been on a long losing streak in the SEC.
Coach Pitt has done a great job with that team. Now I'm excited for the game. And I'm glad that we can have like this top 10 matchup. No matter what time we play, but I'm glad that we can have a top 10 matchup and play our brand of football, and it's tough and physical, so we love that.
Nakobe, what 4 games in, what kind of vibe are you sensing with this team right now? I don't know, maybe different from your first 2 years on this.
We not getting comfortable. There's no complacency going on. And I feel like we as a team feel like we have done nothing in like college football thus far. We have only scratched the surface, so I feel like we got to keep on working it and not get complacent. That's the biggest thing for us.
Is that something that's different from the past 2 years? Complacency?
I wouldn't say that's a big difference, but I feel like it's glaring now. It's like nobody has like taken a breath, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like none of that. It's just straight up we want to work, and there's no like complaining. Like if they bring up something to us that's hard and we might not agree with, it's like, okay, let's attack it. I feel like that's the biggest thing for this team.
Nakobe, you overlapped 1 year with Sam Pitt while he was here. What do you remember about him and the way he carried himself?
The way he carried himself. I tell you, I can't say I got too many stories about Coach Pitt specifically with me personally, but I can say that he a little bit different of a coach than Coach Luke. I feel like Coach Luke was like a little bit way more rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? Because the way he coached and everything, passionate from the heart. So that's really the only thing I can say.
Did Coach Pitt ever give off the aura of a guy that like this guy's going to be a head coach someday, or was it more like surprised that he got a job and he's done so well?
At University of Georgia, I'm being honest, I feel like all coaches kind of give off their aura. They all come in and they ready. Definitely this year, all coaches come in ready to work, and the way they present themselves, and the way they move and everything, and the way they just coach, they all kind of give off their aura that they can be head coaches one day.
Jacoby, as a linebacker, you had to go up against an offense that had Brock and Darnell in the field at the same time. What kind of advantage could that put you guys in when Darnell's ready to go?
Great advantage. Them guys are crazy at their position. Just the size, the speed, and the way they can just play the game. To have him back, would just give us another step forward. We can't wait to have him back. We've been waiting for him to come back. Him and Tyke actually from their foot injury, so they'll be great to have him.
Nakobe, the other day, Smith was talking about how he was getting pretty passionate about you guys don't want anybody in your end zone, not even the Patriots.
Right.
Is that something you guys talk about, or is that kind of an unspoken mindset?
No, it's definitely something we talk about. We can be playing goal line 7-on-7 in practice, and they can throw the ball out to the flats. We throw them up, and the runner keep trying to run. No matter if the whistle blew, we can't let them in the end zone. We kind of take pride. We take pride in that. So that's something we started back like, I don't know, it was freshman year or the year before or last year, but we just take pride in that.
How would you say that's gone since 4 games you've only allowed 1 offensive touchdown? Are you pleased with the progress, or are you guys, obviously want to keep getting pleased with the done so far?
I feel like we could get more takeaways. I feel everybody we can always get more turnovers and takeaways, and and we can be better on third down. So it's a lot of things. It's like I said, it's a lot of things we can get better. And even the things we've done well at, I feel like we can also improve on that. So yeah, we never look at like what we have done good. We just look at how we can improve it. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, not getting complacent.
How important was it on Saturday for you guys to preserve that shutout?
It was great, you know, being able to get a big egg up there. You know, that's always great. That's a big thing, you know. It's always great to get a big egg up there. You know, it's always great to play the game of football. You know, that's always fun, and just being able to go watch the film and see a lot of young guys play also for coaches for to build their confidence and the coach's confidence in them. That's big too.
The 2019 home game against South Carolina was the last home noon SEC start. What do you remember about like the energy and the vibe from that stadium pregame, and do you think the lack of it had any sort of impact on you guys that day?
Yeah, well, me as a freshman, you know, you see I see a lot of things differently, you know, but I would say me personally, I think it was my first ever 12 o'clock start, so I was a little dragging along, but you know, I feel like, you know, energy was all right. You know, I feel like we could also have more. And I feel like this year, us already having the 12 o'clock start under our belt and knowing what we got to do to get ourselves ready for that game, we're gonna be good.
Okay, we have time for 2 more questions with Nakobe.
Chelsea Van had a pretty good game with some deep shots against you guys. Your thoughts on, you know, you guys kind of bouncing back. Traylon Burks is a big play guy at Arkansas. You know, what's your thoughts on the test for your secondary?
You know, he made some good plays. You know, they're great players in the SEC. You know, I feel like we gotta stay persistent. You know, I feel like our secondary, no matter what kind of plays they make, they always, as long as they always move on to the next. You know, it's always next play and always doing the best to prevent the next big play. So I feel like they're gonna work to get better every week, and they're gonna continue to get better, and we all are as a team.
Okay, that's all today with Nakobe. Thanks, y'all. We'll
Thank
have
you.
Warren McClendon out soon.